Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys back in today's video with another, I almost said Medicom Mafex, another Mezco 112 action figure review. Today we're looking at the highly anticipated, amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, I've been looking forward to getting this figure for a very long time. And I wanted to give a big special shout out to Not Just Toys. This is the website that I ordered this figure from. And they sent me like this very heartfelt message through my email, thanking me for buying them, supporting their small independent business. Yeah, I just wanted to thank them for, giving me the opportunity to receive this figure a lot earlier than most places. Most places they were still like sorting out pre-orders, but there I was able to order it and get it ahead of time. So the big thank you, Not Just Toys. Yeah. I'll definitely try to order from you guys again in the future. But yeah, as you can see right here, we have this like sort of John Romito, Steve Ditko-ish artwork going all throughout the package. And that continues on the side. You can see more of that beautiful classic artwork. And on the back, it's the same exact thing as the front. But I guess there's like different comic book panels on the back. Or they reuse like the same one like here and there, yeah. It's only like a handful of them, but man, the package looks pretty stellar. It's sort of similar to, do I have them off to the side? I do. To some of the newer packaging from Mezco. Here we have like the Golden Age Batman. Excuse all the dust, he's been sitting on a shelf for a while. And, Wonder Woman right here. And more recently, if I can pull it out, yeah, right here. The San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Wolverine. Oh, and of course, my most recent Mezco 112 pickup, the Robin figure from last year. So, yeah, this one is... I'm guessing Mezco are starting to do away with, like, the really big old packages like you see here with my Harley Quinn. And this differs in size. I guess for when it's like characters that don't really have a lot of accessories, it's better for them to like put them in these small ones. And even those with like lots of accessories, it's easier to just compact them all into one tiny space. So, I'm kind of glad they're doing that, because those older Mezco boxes, they're taking up a lot of space and storage. But, enough rambling. Let's get straight into the figure. Top of the box. Ooh, nice. Oh, I didn't even notice the bottom. Wow, that looks great. And here we have it, the amazing Spider-Man out of the package. And, there's some, I'm a little weirded out by this. First of all, and here is the amazing Spider-Man out of the package. And there's one thing that I did notice straight away after opening it, and it's the back print. Yeah, so unfortunately for mine, the spider print was a little bit off to the right there. Yeah, you can see like this is the middle of the suit, and it does not line up, unfortunately. That's a really big bummer. But I know this is probably not a design choice. It is probably just like a QC issue just for my figure. That really sucks. But I don't really want to return it. Like, hey, the back print's messed up. Send me a new one, But for a $120 figure, I might have to. It's just something that will probably annoy me to no end for the rest of my days. But yeah, everything else is just so good. I love the cloth goods going all throughout the figure. And it doesn't go all throughout. All right, there's plastic bits at the boots right here and the feet, and then more at the wrist and the hands. Those are all plastic. The neck and the mask as well. And the red parts aren't fabric either. They are, but it's like red painted on top of that blue fabric. Even though this figure is so small, they managed to add so much detail in the texture of not just the blue cloth, but like the lines on the suit. Like they're all raised, and even the red part, like you'd see like a tiny bit of texture that might be just from like the underlying fabric underneath, but there's still like something there, and it looks phenomenal. And I could only imagine, like, if you blew up this figure to like 1/1 scale, or maybe like even small, like a 1/6 scale, like a 12-inch, like Hot Toys, like this would look fantastic. Unfortunately, while I was looking through this figure, on the back side of it, I did notice another QC issue. As you can see right there with the leg, they kind of missed the spot with all those painted lines. You can see right there, it especially looks pretty bad as they overlap, and it just doesn't look good overall. On top of the back logo being off center. I'll give my like closing statement about the like overall proportions of this figure. I think they're I feel like the figure is a little too small, the body at least. I wish it was just a tiny bit bulkier, like more reminiscent of that art from Steve Ditko, John Romita Sr. Yeah, I just wish it was a tiny bit bigger. I think the head is a little large, but I'm sure like once I start posing this guy around, I'm hardly gonna notice. So yeah, I'm all right with it. I'm all right. All right, let's go over accessories, and this figure comes with a ton of them. It's 120 for good reasons, because he comes packed with so many accessories. First up, we have his more neutral, masked head with the eyes sort of not like super wide open, but just like a neutral head sculpt. Then we have a head sculpt of him with his eyes squinted, very reminiscent of that Steve Ditko artwork. Then we have another wide-eyed, facial expression head sculpt with the mask on. However, this one does hide a little secret. It is able to light up. And let me see if I can just reach this in here without having to take the head sculpt off. With this little tool that comes with the figure. Ooh. Am I able to? Oh, yeah, I was. All right, and there it is. No, I'm kidding. Let me turn off all the lights. Let me see if it looks better. I am recording this in the daytime, so it might not pick up so well. Okay, yeah, it kind of does. You can see right there. I really wish I was recording this when it was dark out, but yeah, it's certainly a feature. I'm not sure if it's a very useful one, but it's nice to have options. One thing I will say though is I feel like the light is a little too bright because it pokes through the mask. That's kind of weird. He also comes with an unmasked head sculpt, which it's there. But not only does he come with that, he also comes with a pair of glasses you're able to throw on to him. And I love these because they like sort of magnify his facial, his eyes, and it just makes him look so much bigger. And yeah, I could see Flash Thompson shoving this guy into a locker. It makes him look very nerdy. He also comes with this spider sense accessory. There's danger right behind him. He can sense someone. And it also comes with the spider sense little effect right here that you're able to put behind his head. And originally I thought like you're just supposed to plug it into his arm and then he'd just be posed like that. But no, it goes somewhere, and I'll get to that later. But yeah, pretty neat. I really wish there was an option like take these glasses off of this head sculpt. However, these are sculpted onto it. And now going over the hand accessories, and there are actually, hold on, let me count them, 2, 4, 6, 9 different sets of hands. Yeah, I have them off to the side right here in the package still. First up, we have the fisted hands. He also comes with 2 wide open C-grip hands, which I believe are specifically meant to house his unmasked head sculpt, which I think are specifically meant to hold his mask accessory. Here is how it looks in one hand, and then the other. He also comes with 2 somewhat like relaxed neutral hands. Mr. B! Here he is with some wall crawling hands. Some more gripping hands, this time for his camera accessory. However, which you can pose with him just holding it like so. And, oops. Which you're able to put in his hand like so. This is what I could do on such quick notice. But the camera accessory itself also has 2 straps, coming with this one right here, which actually works better in this direction and is able to go around his neck. So you're able to have him pose like that, or like around his shoulder or something. Yeah, just like he's holding it. Or this one right here, which looks more like he's about to take a picture with it. Ignore my nasty hands. Yeah. And those just sort of plug in on the side on these little ports. Again, sorry about my nasty fingers. But yeah, you see like little peg holes right there that they go into. But yeah, those are those hands. He also comes with the two more open hands. These ones not being like wall crawling or neutral, but more like he's jumping through the air, you know, some more dynamic, some hands like convey some dynamic poses with. Very nice. He also comes with a thumbs up hand, and of course a pointing finger, the Spider-Man meme, him pointing at himself. Ooh, and something I've been noticing as I've been posing this around is that there are some little white creases starting to form at the joints as I'm moving him around. So, you know, be careful when you're posing yours around, or else it's going to end up like mine, sadly. Dang. So I noticed that it kind of goes away if you wipe at it very gently. So those ones are a little harder to get out. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like some powder for on the suit, maybe? I have no clue. He also comes with his two web flipping hands. And two hands for web flipping, which I'll get into right now, all of his web accessories. And you have this first accessory, which is really, really long and very beautifully sculpted and painted, as you can see, going all the way to the top. But yeah, this little skinny piece, you're able to just like shimmy on through here, and it's a very snug fit, unlike the Hot Toys version where you feel like you're going to break it. Yeah, this one feels very nice and is able to convey him swinging very nicely, even with that extra flak at the end right there. And then you have this accessory, the bendable wire web. This one's not so beautifully sculpted as the last one, but for a good reason. That's because the whole thing is, you know, bendy wire. And this one is able to fit into his left hand right here. Sorry, I had to itch my nose. And yeah, you can see it's a very snug fit as well. So you're able to have him swing. Maybe if you want him with like some extra flak, you can have him like that, or just do anything with it. It's very, very nice. He also comes with this accessory that's able to shoot out of his wrist. You can see right here, you just plug it in to the hole and then put the hand on top of it, like so. And they added a cut into that wrist so it's able to slide in very snugly, look very natural. And he also has this longer piece with a hoop at the end, so he's able to like catch the bad guys with it. And again, that goes into the peg right there, and you put the hand on top. Just plug it in and it slides into that little divot right there, and yeah, it looks very nice. And for the little loop, it's not actually sculpted all the way around, so you're able to like squeeze any figure you'd like in there. Let's get the first appearance Target exclusive Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Just put him right there, and yeah, you can see, yeah, very, very cool. He also comes with this awesome spider web parachute accessory right here, which is very cool. You just plug those hooks into the holes like so, and yeah, there it is, like complete. And that's very, very cool. It's not something that I would like think of if I was like making a Spider-Man figure, but I'm really glad they included it because it's just so funny and just goofy overall. Yeah, and there it is, just all complete. I might have him like pose out on the shelf like this. This is just so funny to me. I guess this is like for when he's like fighting a villain like Green Goblin or Vulture, who are able to fly. You know, they take Spider-Man up really high, drop him. Like he's not gonna like dive head first at like 100 miles per hour, then try to swing because he's probably gonna like, you know, hurt himself. So he does this to slow himself down. I like that. It's a very cool, nice detail, nice touch, very reminiscent of like the early Spider-Man comics. Yeah, really cool. He also comes with this shield accessory, also made out of web. This one is beautifully sculpted, very nicely painted, and I think the hooks right here to go on the arm are a very snug fit, so it's not going to be all loose. Very, very cool. He also comes with this backpack, again made out of webbing, very nicely detailed, very nicely painted, and this just simply goes over his back, like so. And yeah, looking at him with it on, it just looks very, very nice. He also comes with a copy of the Daily Bugle, and I love the attention to detail right there. Panner gamma experiments at critical stage. There's a picture of the Vision on there, and then you go to the back, him fighting Electro right there. And man, this is just such a cool detail. And I wouldn't be surprised if you would be able to like zoom in even further and like be able to read all that. But yeah, just such a cool little accessory. He also comes with his spider bots and a tracer. And yeah, I just love all the details on these. These are for like when he's tracking down bad guys, and this is so he could be able to find them. Very, very neat. He also comes with this thing, which is like a rubbery material right here, which I'm just guessing is just like a placemat for him to stand on top of. Yeah, really nice. But he also comes with his proper like Mezco 112 display stand, and there it is right there. And if you want to plug him into that peg right there, it is a pretty snug fit. He's not going anywhere. However, you're also able to plug in his flight stand, which this is just my opinion, but I think Mezco 112 have some of the very best flight stands in the business. I think they're very sturdy. You know, it's and this display and the bottom of the base is pretty wide, so you don't have to worry about it like tipping over or anything. It's able to support a lot of weight. And yeah, you can see here, I just love these stands so much. If I do have him displayed, I'll probably have him with this and then with the parachute as well. Finally, we have the spider sense accessory, and this has a little hole in the back which is able to plug into this peg, which I originally thought would like plug into his arm or something, but no, it plugs on to this thicker part of the flight stand. I guess it'd be easier, smarter just to slide it on and then put that right there. And yeah, you're able to have him like that. And yeah, that's accessories. Going over articulation, and the head moves up this much, goes down that much. There is some side to side movement and some pivot. His arm moves this far up. And I can't tell if there's a butterfly shoulder joint in there, but it does go back a tiny bit and forward. So it must be. Upper bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow that allows him to go this far up. Very impressive considering it's cloth goods on top of the joints. And he also has a ballpoint wrist hinge, allowing him to move in pretty much any direction. He's able to bend this far back and this far forward. He also has side to side movement and some pivot right there. And his leg is able to kick this far out to the side, and this far back. He has upper thigh swivel, a double jointed knee. He has mid calf rotation, and his foot is able to move a small amount down, a tiny bit up, and he has. Now on to some size comparisons. Here he is next to the Amazing Friends Spider-Man and the 90s animated cel-shaded Spider-Man. Retro Wave 1 Spider-Man and Pizza Spider-Man. Renew Your Vow Spider-Man and Advanced Suit 2.0 Spider-Man. Silk and Dr. Octopus. Ultimate Miles Morales and Insomniac Miles Morales. SH Figure Arts Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy from Across the Spider-Verse. Man, those arms are long. What the heck? Next up, we have Wolverine 97 and 3-pack Daredevil. 80th Anniversary Hulk and Thor. Next up, we have Captain America and Beyond Earth's Mightiest Black Widow. Next up for Mezco 112, we have Golden Age Batman and Classic Wonder Woman. Then we have Damian Wayne Robin and Sovereign Knight Batman. the Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man. And finally, the Marvel Legends Morbius and Spider-Ham. Tell me, Spider-Man, aren't I one of your greatest villains of all time? No, not really. Huh? Yeah, you're kind of like C-list, to be honest. Oh. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I'm going to give him a final rating of 9 out of 10. Yeah, so this figure comes with so many great accessories, and that's a big reason why I love it so much. However, there are some small imperfections that leave a little sour taste in my mouth. Mainly the proportions. I feel like he should be a lot bigger, like those old Steve Ditko, John Romita Sr. artwork. Yeah, he was a lot bulkier back then, and I guess this is supposed to convey like him in his late high school, early college days. But even then, like he should be a little tiny bit bigger, and of course his head is a little too big for that body. Maybe that's what is throwing this whole thing off, is just that the head is a little too big for the body, or the body is too small for the head. And the little like white stuff showing up at the joints whenever I bend it is pretty frustrating. I do want to like pose this guy around a lot, but I feel like continuing doing that, like I'm just going to damage the figure even more and more and more. So it makes me apprehensive to even touch this figure at all. Of course, mine came with some QC issues, but that's probably just mine alone. But yeah, overall, like the accessories that come with this figure are fantastic. Even the ones that are just like, oh, why was this included? Like, I'm glad they were, because these accessories would fit in great with like other action figures. I was just thinking like the web backpack. Like, I could put this on so many different Marvel Legends, and it would look amazing with them. Same with the same with the really goofy parachute right here. Like, this would look so good with a bunch of other Spider-Man figures. So I think in the accessory department, like, this figure is like an 11 out of 10. But just based purely like on the other things, articulation too is phenomenal. I love the articulation on this guy. He's so flexible, a lot more flexible than most Mezco 112 figures. So yeah, 9 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Anything you can do that'll support the channel will be greatly appreciated. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.